Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Golden Roots. If it's your first time here, remember to subscribe so that we don't miss out videos like this. In this video I wanted to show you guys how to make this body butter. It's with lemongrass essential oil and lemongrass scented oil. You can use either one of them, and these are the ingredients I'm using. I'm using shea butter, cocoa butter, and the sunflower oil, and as well as almond oil. So these four ingredients are all that we need. So I'm starting off with sunflower oil, and I'm going to pour this in a beaker and I'm measuring out. Remember, all recipes and all ingredients will be included on my Patreon. So this is for my patrons, I got you. And if you're not subscribed to my Patreon, remember to sign up. So I'm adding in sweet almond oil, and I'm just going to add in together with the sunflower oil. So then I'm going to add all the ingredients in this jar. So I'm pouring in the cocoa butter, and remember, I'm not using much cocoa butter because cocoa butter really hardens up the butters, or if you're making shea butter, you know cocoa butter really does harden up a product. So the most essential ingredient in this is the sunflower oil and the shea butter oil. So I'm going to combine all ingredients in this jar, and eventually we're going to try and melt this all together so that it's easier to work with. So you definitely need the hot water in a bowl, or however you want to melt it. I usually like the natural way because I want to get all the nutrients from these oils. So make sure that you use this method, or you can use a microwave if you don't mind that. So after my oils have melted, I'm going to let it cool down. I used the freezer for this to speed up the process because I didn't want to wait for a long time. The oils were a bit hot, but I needed them to cool down faster because I was recording this. So we're going to start in by scraping the sides and make sure that everything is whipped in together. So I'm going to continue whipping until I have the texture that I want. And before I forget guys, this body scrub is one of the best recipes I've come up with. I know there are other recipes out there, but at the same time I use brown sugar in this one, and if you want to substitute that with white sugar, it's really up to you. I wanted to show you guys on this that the oil now hardens up, or the butter and the oils harden up because of the cocoa butter, but do not worry about that if that happens to you, because once we add in the brown sugar, the whole texture just changes altogether. So I'm adding in my brown sugar, and I'm just adding in half of what I have measured, and you notice that it easily just starts whipping up. Just because it hardened, it doesn't mean it's going to stay in that texture. Once you add the brown sugar and the essential oil or fragranced oil, whatever you're using, it's all going to be grand. So this is the texture I have after adding in the first half of the brown sugar, and then I'll add in the second one. And I was so excited to share with you guys this recipe because it's been one of the best body scrubs I've made, and I love it so much because the feeling after that is so good. Like, I really feel like I've really exfoliated when I use this, and that's one of the main reasons in this recipe I've used brown sugar, because this is great for your elbows, or if you want to exfoliate your knees as well as your heels. So this has been great for the feet as well. It will leave you feeling so nice and your skin softer and even more radiant. And because we're using butters and oils in this, that's why I use sunflower oil, because of its oil benefits. And then I've also combined shea butter. We all know that shea butter is so good for skin, and I can tell you over and over again that you can never go wrong with this body scrub. So I decided to add a bit of life to this body scrub. Instead of having a plain color, I'm using mica, a yellow color, a yellow mica, and I wanted to just kind of add a bit of texture to it. I just didn't want it to be boring, so I thought that I would add mica. This is an option. You don't have to. If you feel that you want to work with colors, then it's really up to you. I was using lemongrass fragrance oil, and I thought that the color and even the scent go together, so I was just trying to create something that's fun. And remember, if you're doing DIYs, just try to be creative with yourself. Be creative in the sense that you like, and you know, the way something looks doesn't have to exactly be boring. So that's the final texture there, and I'm going to finally add in the fragrance oil. Like I mentioned earlier, you can use fragrance oil or you can use essential oil. It's really entirely up to you, and this smells so divine, guys. I just wish I could just let you all smell this, or just try it, all right? But at this stage, this is the finished product. I'm just using the spatula to mix up. I didn't have to go in with the mixer again, and I stored this in this jar just for my thumbnail to be honest. But the jar that I'll use is at the end, and I'll show you guys how I store my body scrub. So this will make you quite a lot, enough to even last you 6 months. I use this once a week. You don't have to use it twice or whatever. Once a week is quite enough if you're working with the important parts. You can also use it on your knuckles. That's another thing I forgot. It helps soften your hands and, you know, the elbows, like I said before. And guys, please try it and comment below. I'll be so happy to hear from you guys. And like I said, all measurements, I know people ask me for measurements in my other recipes. I had to work with this recipe to come up with all the ingredients for you guys. So make sure you sign up to my Patreon to get the recipes here. Otherwise, all the things that I used are already in this video. So this is how I wanted to show you how it melts on the skin, and the sugar granules are really thick. I work with brown sugar because I feel like it works so well with exfoliating on my skin. It's all personal preference. If you feel that you like white sugar, remember you can substitute that. So that's the final product, guys. I can't wait to hear from all of you. Remember to thumbs up this video, and also this is where I store this for my bathroom, because this will last me quite a while. And just because we use oils and butters, this is the shelf life for this body scrub is up to a year. But I will use it way before that, because I'm exfoliating almost every week when I have the time and not busy with work. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and until next time, I'll see ya. Bye.